Hello friends, happy Halloween. Well, I just came off a 12-hour graveyard shift, so I thought, what better time to shoot a video than now? Today, I wanted to review some Halloween costumes, but not just any Halloween costumes. I've always been very amused by terrible knockoff Halloween costumes. They're the kind of costumes that look like the real thing, but are just a little bit different, and they have a cover-up name like Classic Red Plumber, or Witchcraft and Wizardry Teen School Robes. But that's not all. Today we're also going to look at some Halloween beers. Now I don't know what it was about this year, but I had a really hard time finding pumpkin ales. However, I did find a pack of Elysian Halloween beers. Now I know Elysian best for Space Dust, which always takes me to the moon. So let's see if the same happens today. We have 4 flavors. The first one is called Night Owl Pumpkin Ale. Alright, pretty good. Pretty solid pumpkin ale. This is like a pretty middle of the road, but very solid pumpkin ale in my opinion. I like them to be like flavorful, definitely pumpkin-y, but not like too much like candy. Alright, let's continue on with the costumes. I found 2 MC Hammers. I found Old School Rapper, and I found Can't Touch This Pop Star. Here's one of the most egregious ripoffs on here, the Nanny costume. Now, actually compared to the official Mary Poppins one, I actually think it looks way better. Here we have Caribbean Pirate. Every pirate costume now wants to be Jack Sparrow. They have the double beard thing, but they can't say it because Disney will come and kill them. Here we have Friendly Neighbor costume. Now I have to say, this is actually very wholesome. I kind of like this. Again, these names tell you everything you need to know without actually saying it. Now, I found so many Khaleesi ripoff costumes that I actually stopped counting. But their names are amazing. Dragon Warrior, Dragon Queen, Dragon Beauty, Winter Dragon Queen. Alright, this is a good one. Rags to Royal costume. The female version of Aladdin. Here's another perfect example. Ladies, Dalmatian Diva costume. I mean, how much more like specific and indirect can you possibly get? And this one is a all-time favorite for me. One More Time Pop Singer costume. Now, a really easy one to rip off is comic book characters. I found Split Personality Villain. Alright, nothing too crazy. Thanks for sticking around for so long because we're about to get into the weird stuff. But before we do, let's try the next beer. Alright, I want something a little harder. Let's go with the Dark of the Moon Pumpkin Stout. This is 7.5%, so packs a little more of a punch. Oh, very soft. Actually has a very soft finish. I was ready for this BAM! You know, because it is a stout. But, no, it went down very nicely. Has very dark undertones. So in my journey to find these rip-off costumes, I found some really weird, bizarre, bad costumes that I just had to share with you guys. So let's dive right in. Now, I was amazed when I saw this. We have the punching bag costume. This is what you wear if you want to have the worst night of your life. So what do you do if you think you're hilarious, but you don't really have very creative ideas? You come in hot with the spork. Just a spork. Thomas Edison. The #1 way to bore people at a party if you don't want to talk to anyone for the rest of the night. Helen Keller. Hey, no hate if that's what you're into, but wow, not an expected costume choice. Well guys, I will admit to you, I think that Ghostbuster costumes are kind of cop-outs, not very original, as much as I love the movie. But what is original is going as the logo itself. Do you guys remember Wizard of Oz? You know, sometimes it's fun to dress as Dorothy or the Tin Man. But this year, I think I want to spice up a little bit, and I'm going to dress as the Yellow Brick Road itself. I mean, oh my god. Definitely creative, but like, what? This is amazing. Alright, this is so stunning and incredible that I actually think it's already time for another drink. Alright, we have 2 left. We have the Coffee Pumpkin Ale, and we have the Great Pumpkin, Imperial Pumpkin Ale. This one's a little lighter. I think we're going to slow down a little bit and dig into this guy. I'm kind of mild on this one. Lacking on the pumpkin taste, which I wasn't really expecting. But either way, I am feeling the Halloween spirit, let me tell you. I don't know about you, but who doesn't want to go to a Halloween party dressed as a tooth? And the best part is, this costume is called Mr. Molar. This one is so devastatingly shocking, I couldn't even believe my eyes. This, just an axe-throwing target board. I mean, what the heck is this? I don't even know what to say. It has pain in the axe on the bottom, but it's like that's actually the least ridiculous part of this entire costume. So guys, let's say this year, I don't know, you're not really feeling like dressing up for the party, you know, but you're going to do it anyway. But let's say like you don't really even want to walk around when you get there. Well, don't worry, because you can just throw this blanket over yourself and call it your costume. Come on, dude. You can't do that. You can't just like throw like a blanket that has a picture of your costume on it. This guy's gonna sit in a chair the whole night. If you know me, I like to try to be a little bit out of left field sometimes. And whether I'm creative enough to pull it off, you know, that's debatable. But I think this guy definitely takes the cake with his camera film costume. I have to say, if he came to me and said, hey, guess what I'm going to be this year? I literally could spend 100 years guessing costumes. I would never guess this. Alright guys, let's say you really don't want to put in the effort this year, you know, but you still want to wear something. You can always go as a Spirit Halloween shirt. So much fun, it's scary. Alright, let's move on to our last flavor. The Great Pumpkin Imperial Pumpkin Ale. I think this one's really going to pack a punch. 8.4%. This one's ready to rock. Whoa. I think the best way I could describe this is like burned pumpkin bread. Now, I don't want to make this sexy girl time, but there's a special category of costumes that we really need to recognize. Now, the thing about girl costumes is they often gender bend the characters. For example, Freddy Krueger. There's a million different female versions of Freddy Krueger. You give them the striped shirt, you give them a hat, maybe even the claws, boom, girl Freddy Krueger, all done. But some of these costumes really take it to the next level with barely referencing what they're actually going for. And if you couple it with an indirect hinting title, it's gold. For instance, sexy one glove pop star costume. I mean, it's just layers of goodness here. We got the indirect reference. We got the minimalist costume. We got the gender bend. It's all here, guys. This is like the peak of what we're talking about. And again, bringing in the superheroes, right? Bringing in just enough to reference what you're talking about. We have Lightning Queen, which is, of course, a reference to Storm. Guys, it's all here. This is amazing. All right, this one makes me laugh out loud every time. The Punishing One costume. It's actually bold how close to the Punisher logo they made this. I love it. You take someone who looks like this and you bring it over to look like this. Let's say you want to be Batgirl this year, but you waited too long and all the costumes are gone. Don't worry, you can still be sexy Midnight Bat. I always admire these companies that really toe the line when it comes to Disney properties, because Disney's gonna come in hot like a nuclear bomb. So that's why hats off to the people who made the Oasis Princess. Definitely not Jasmine, definitely not a Disney property, of course not. Okay, so I was curious, and I really wondered if people took it all the way here. I researched to see if they had a sexy Squid Game outfit, and the world did not disappoint. Look at this. Oh my god. I mean, it's no surprise that everyone and their brother's going to be dressing as Squid Game this year, but wow, this takes it to the absolute next level. And then, folks, to bring it full circle, we have the two-piece red gamer babe outfit. Alright, folks, well, this was fun. I hope you find rip-off costumes as amusing as I do. And you know what? Why don't you go ahead and like and subscribe, and why don't you leave a comment about any kind of rip-off costumes that you've seen in the past. Well, like I said, my friends, happy Halloween. I hope you have a great night. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.